We get properties sold for good money because we sell locally to local buyers who know the market and will pay top price.
We want to get every last penny that we can for our clients, so I'm going to extract as much, from the audience as we possibly can. It was an elderly gentleman's property, quite a quirky property inside. Wouldn't suit a family looking at it with a view to moving straight in. It needs some work doing, so therefore it's a perfect auction property, because auction by its merits produces a lot of investors, developers, cash buyers, people who are looking for something to do some work too, and this is very much a good example of that.
Over the last 5 years, the business has grown and we're consistently sold 90% of what's been entered. And that ranges right the way across the board, from residential properties to commercial to building plots, everything under the sun we've sold.
Auction's a great way to sell non-traditional property that would be difficult to sell through a local agent.
We have our events at the Cheshire Racecourse. We have solicitors there so the buyers can ask the solicitors legal questions they may have at that late stage, and at 2 o'clock the auction starts.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Edward. It's the day that you've worked really hard in the 6 weeks in the run-up to the auction too. There's a lot of nerves, a lot of excitement. On to lot 1.
The atmosphere is pretty electric.
96,000, 98,000, 100,000. Sold. I'm going to extract as much from the audience as we possibly can. Bids at 84,000 on the telephone.
The hammer falls, the buyer is successful, goes to meet the legal representative in the room to sign a legally binding contract and pay the deposit.
That's the great thing about auction, that once all of that's done, for both sides, whether you're buying or selling, the deal's done.
The key to success always is doing things properly and doing things honestly, and that particularly applies to auctions. We sell successfully at auction because we get our marketing right and we get our guide prices right. Very often we get in excess of those figures, and that pleases our sellers, but what somebody will pay on the day is legally committing. They cannot back out after that.
You can email us, you can pick up the phone. We'll only be too happy to advise you honestly on whether your property might be right for auction or not. There's no obligation, very informal. We'll have a sit down and a good chat, and we'll make sure that we both understand what the best route to sale is, and if that is auction, well then you're in the very best hands.